Are you wanting to do a baby schedule, but you're not really sure where to start? Or you kind of have an idea of where to start, but things aren't really working out? Well, today I'm going to walk you through how to set up a solid schedule. Today I have 9 tips for you to focus on to get your baby, toddler, or child on a solid schedule. Hey there, I'm Valerie. I have been blogging at babywisemom.com since 2007, helping parents like you get your baby and child on a great schedule, helping you with all of your parenting issues, and today we're focusing on schedules. My first and most important tip is consistency. Consistency is the name of the game with schedules. You will hear me use that word with almost every tip. You need to be consistent if you want to make a schedule work. That doesn't mean that you can never have flexibility or that you're stuck in this trap. So don't fear. We need to be really consistent while we're establishing this schedule, but then we can be flexible later on. Let's start at the beginning of the day and work our way through the day until the end. So first, we are going to focus on having a consistent morning wake-up time. That means that every day, 7 days a week, we are starting the day at the same time, at least within a 30-minute window. So if you decide you ideally want your baby waking up or child at 7 a.m., that means that you start your day at 7 a.m., giving yourself a 30-minute buffer. That 30-minute buffer might be from 6:45 a.m. to 7:15 a.m., or it could be from 7 to 7:30 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. You see how this buffer is a 30-minute total window. It's not 30 minutes before 7 and 30 minutes after 7. We're looking at 30 minutes total. And yes, I did say 7 days a week, so that means even on weekends, we're getting your child up at 7 to start each day. Once you have this solid schedule, you know things are really down, you can count on this schedule, then you can start having some flexibility, some consistency where you can sleep in on weekends a little bit. But while you are establishing the schedule, again, name of the game is consistency. The next thing to focus on is an eat, wake, sleep pattern. This is especially true with babies. So your baby will wake up for the morning and will eat, have a little bit of playtime, and then sleep. And then wake up and eat, playtime, sleep. Eat, playtime, sleep. Obviously, if you're starting a schedule with a toddler who just has 1 nap a day, then there's going to be eat, playtime, eat lunch, sleep for nap. So that pattern is more of a baby schedule, but make sure you follow that pattern for your babies. Next, you're going to aim to have consistent feeding times. So you want your meals and feedings at the same times each day, as much as possible. Initially, this is harder to accomplish, but this is your goal you're working toward. So we're following this pattern, or if you have an older child, you have breakfast at the same time each day, lunch at the same time each day, dinner at the same time each day. When you eat at the same time, your body learns to be hungry at those times. So that really helps establish solid hunger patterns so that you're not hungry at all the time or at random times. Next, you really need to have your wake time length down. Wake time length is how long your baby is awake. So from the time your baby wakes up, including feeding time, until nap starts. I can go on and on about this, and in fact I have a blog post and a video all about wake time length, so be sure to read or watch those in order to get all of the information you need for baby wake time length. Also, wake time length can be important for toddlers and older children, so getting that correct amount of time awake before the next sleep is important. Next, you want to have regular naps each day. This means that your naps start and end at the same time each day. Obviously, this can get tricky if your child doesn't take as long of a nap as you need. So I do have a post and a video all about how to fix those short naps. So if you're struggling with short naps, make sure you watch or read those to be able to solve that so you can have those solid, consistent nap times. Cruising right along, already at bedtime. So next, consistent bedtime. We want bedtime to happen at the same time each night. You typically want bedtime to start 10 to 12 hours before your ideal morning wake up time. So really aim to have that bedtime at the same time each night, again in that 30-minute window, but as consistent as possible. We've gone from morning wake up time until bedtime, so we've gotten you through your day, but I still have a couple more tips for you, so don't run away just yet. So one tip is to write down your ideal schedule. So think through, this is what I would really like. I'd really like to start at this time. I would like for feeding times to be at these times. I would like for naps to be at these times. And I'd like bedtime to be at these times. And I'm guessing that my little one needs to have wake time length for this long. Write all of those things down. You might be wrong. You might have to adjust from your ideal goals, but we're starting with, this is ideally what's going to happen in my mind. This is what's happening. Just take heart if you have to change it, because I've had to change it before. I've written down my goals and had to mix things up as I got to know my baby better. So you have to change it, but start with your goals. Along the same lines, write down what's actually happening. So you have this ideal in your mind, but take note of what is happening each day. If you need some help and guidance, I have an ebook of baby logs that I used personally with my babies to help me track all of the things you need to know to set up an ideal schedule. And it really is super helpful. So link will be in the description. Make sure that you check that out. Get that ebook so that you can really get that schedule down really well. And finally, have patience as you establish this schedule, and also be willing to sacrifice things. Your baby can't establish consistency if every other day you're disrupting the schedule to go do something fun or to go shopping or whatever. You really need, ideally, 2 solid weeks of super consistency to get that schedule down. And then you can start to have flexibility and be able to go out. So it doesn't take long. It can seem like forever at times, but it's really not that long. And then you get the benefit of this super consistent schedule that you can rely on and you can plan around, and really helps your baby or child to sleep well and get on this great consistent schedule. If you found these tips helpful, make sure you like and subscribe so that you see future videos. Thanks for watching.